I'm Karl Krieger. I teach the theater classes here at Brighton High School. I'm so grateful for all of you joining us tonight for our Art of Acting 1 showcase. This fall class has been meeting since September, learning some of the fundamental, basic skills of performing on stage. And there was a point over the last couple of weeks where we had to question whether or not tonight was going to happen in this fashion or not. And I'm very grateful we have the majority of our class here. Some of our students, unfortunately, are not going to be with us tonight. We will give them an opportunity to perform and record their performances at a later date, and hopefully we'll be able to add it to the performances of tonight. One of the things that I do want to make clear here is that in Acting 1, it is a course that many students take to get their arts credit, and they are not looking to go on in a career in theater. And some of our kids are looking to go on into theater as a career. So what you're going to see tonight is a whole range of performers. Some of the kids on stage tonight, this will be their first time on stage with an audience. For some of them, it will be their first time on our BHS stage performing. And for others, this is old hat. They've been doing this for a long time. So you're going to see a whole variety, excuse me, of performances tonight. This is an educational program, and so we are always grateful to have audience support. One of the things I talk to students about is the fact that it is not just about the energy you bring as a performer. There's an exchange of energy that goes on between the performer and the audience in live performance. With COVID, many of us have not had the opportunity to actually be in person on stage. So I'm really grateful that we are here working together. As you are seeing performances tonight, I do need to give a content warning. These are high school students, and some of the monologues are dealing with mature subject matter. So I just want to give you that warning so that if, as a viewer, this might not be appropriate content for all people, that you can take a moment to kind of make arrangements otherwise. As we are moving forward, I do want to say before I come down, because this is their final exam for this class, I have to come down to the audience so that I can view as they are presenting to you, so that I'm grading their live performance. As those of you who are parents, you may have heard, basically we've been recording most everything. So the opportunity that we have to actually perform for an audience tonight is wonderful. And today was our only rehearsal for it. So I want to just say congratulations to our kids. We're going to have a great show tonight. They've worked very hard to get here. But I also want to say a thank you to our tech people who work magic backstage and back at the booth so that we have great lighting and we can be heard. They have made all kinds of magic happen tonight for the kids who are performing, and I'm always grateful to the work that they do. They don't always get the applause that the kids who are performing get. Thank you guys. All right, I need a minute to get myself settled in the audience, and performers will be ready in just a moment. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Renata Corrado Green. I'm in 10th grade at Brighton High School, and I will be performing Let's Talk of Graves from Richard II by William Shakespeare. Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Like dust or paper, and with rainy eyes, I'd sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills, and yet not so. For what can we bequeath save our deposed bodies to the ground? Our lands, our lives, and all are Bollybrooks. And nothing can we call our own but death. And that small model of the barren earth, which serves as paste to cover our bones. For heaven's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of kings. How some have been deposed, some slain in war, some haunted by the ghosts they have deposed, some poisoned by their wives, some sleeping killed, all murdered. Within the hollow crown that rounds the mortal temples of the king, keeps death his court. And there the antic sits, scoffing at his state and grinning at his pomp, allowing him a breath, a little seed, to monarchize, be feared, killed with looks, as if this flesh which walls about our life were brass impregnable. And humored thus, comes at the last, and with a little pin, bores through his castle walls. And farewell, king. Cover your heads, and mark not flesh and blood with solemn reverence. For you have mistook me all this while. I live with bread, like you. Feel want, taste grief, meet friends. Subjected thus, how can you say to me, I am a king?
Hi, my name is Arnold. I'm a senior at Brighton High School, and I'll be performing Psychologist by Ava Rice. How does that make me feel? You seriously just asked me, how does that make me feel? Classic. You know, this whole psychologist thing in general is kind of corrupt. You sit me down, listen to my problems, supposedly, and then ask me how it makes me feel? Look, I heard you give my parents, or I heard you give the whole, I know you know my whole life story. I heard you in the waiting room with my parents. You know I was bullied. You know I have bipolar. You know my grandma died. How does it make me feel? Not great. But don't let that stuff define me. I've moved on. I've dealt with that stuff on my own. And to be honest, all I didn't really do anything was reopening those wounds. Last night, I Googled some stuff about psychologists. And all I have to say is, wow. You guys get paid a pretty hefty salary just to sit there and listen to people go on and on about their problems. Because, look, I'm not stupid. I know you guys are just people. And if you ask me, you don't want to spend your time engulfing yourself in some rando's life. So, all I'm saying is that maybe asking me how I feel isn't the best strategy. Because I'm pretty sure I've told you how I feel. Let's just cut this short, okay? You can have that granola bar, you can iron over there on your desk, and I can go ride around on my skateboard to the Met Tower. That'll make us both feel better.
My name is Kiva Valise. I'm in 9th grade at Brighton High School, and I'll be performing Mind Trick by Joseph Arnold. Sometimes I feel like I'm not normal. What is normal? Anyway, right? I guess like everyone else. I get stupid thoughts sometimes. I keep them to myself because I don't want anyone thinking I'm a weirdo. I wonder if everyone gets strange thoughts and just doesn't want to admit it? I think we all get strange thoughts. You want to know what kind of thoughts I get? Well, I can't tell you because it's too embarrassing. It is, I just can't. I mean, you ever have ever thought where your mind just wanders off into some unknown world and it captivates you for a minute or two, and then suddenly you snap out of it because you realize it's a messed up thought? That's as far as I want to go with what I'm telling you, because it makes me feel funny discussing this. But do you ever, honestly, does your mind ever play tricks on you?
Hello, my name is Tensei Zeman. I'm a 12th grader at Brighton High School, and I'll be performing Agree to Disagree by Joseph Arnold. Look, you don't have to agree with me all the time in order for me to like you more. I see what you're doing, and I just want you to know that you don't need to try so hard for me to like you, or for anyone else to like you. Be you. I already like and care about you as a friend, and that's why I'm telling you this, okay? We're friends, and we're going to be good friends. I'd rather know the real you than the you that you seem to put on. You get what I'm saying? I used to do the same thing, and then I realized I care more about being true to me than having someone like me more. There's more to life when we all stop trying to be true to ourselves. You may not agree with me, but that is my point. If someone doesn't like you for you, well then they weren't worth having in your life, do they?
Hi, I'm Sophie Miller. I'm a freshman at Brighton High School, and I will be performing Family Meeting by Dave Moore. Get over yourself, Mom. Look, I know who she is, okay? She told me. Rose told me. She's my sister. She died when I was a baby, blah, blah, blah. And now she's lonely and she wants me to cross over. And you know, maybe that'd be sad for you, but maybe it'd be great for me. She says all the adults over there wish they had died when they were little too. It's so much better over there than all this crap. All this crap of getting old, and like war, and disease, and torture, and lectures, and having to be alone with your stupid mind all the time. She says they don't have computers or any of that stuff over there, and everybody's mind is just fun. They just hang out with each other all the time. Only like perfect, with no bugs or humidity. And no, it's not so perfect. Figure that out too, because they have gray days, rainy days, because everybody likes to be a little sad some of the time. Sit, watch the rain on the windowsills. Did you know Rose is a star child? That's right, she's a freaking star child, so I'm sorry if this is like sad for all of you or whatever, but you're gonna be dead in like 30 years, and even less if you keep drinking like you do, and when you meet me over there, you'll see, and you'll think, God, that 30 years of being sad was just stupid, but who cares anymore, because now it's just an eternity of soul, and swimming, and fruit. So why don't you all just shut up? Why don't you just have another drink, and shut up?
My name is Megan Miller. I'm a 9th grader at Brighton High School, and I will be performing The Receptionist by Iris Barrera. Oh, hello, dear. My name is Janice P. Nelson. The P stands for Penelope. That's my mother's name. But everyone just calls me Nancy. Oh, I'm not quite sure why. Well, Mr. Rupert will be with you shortly. Why don't you have a seat, hon? Oh, not there. Mr. Rupert likes to sit there for his lunch break. And trust me, you do not want to sit there. You know, Mr. Rupert is very intimidating. You wouldn't want to do anything, even accidentally, that could possibly destroy your chances of getting this job, would you? How about this armchair right here? The green velvet really complements your eyes. I remember my eyes were as bright as that. You look a little nervous, you know. I would be too if I had to go over there. Here. Have some tea. I know it's decaf, but that's all we got right now. Still, I've always found that a nice hot cup of tea can always soothe my nerves. You know, when I got married to my first husband, Charlie, I was so nervous I was practically shaking as I walked down the aisle. Oh, Charlie, he died almost exactly 2 months after the wedding. Mysterious heart attack, you know. Well, after that, I just married Charlie's brother. He was the richer one. Are you going to No. What? You better get on that. You've only got a few years left until you turn to a prude, and then no good man will want you. Take it from me. Charlie's brother died of a heart attack as well. I think it ran in the family. And after that, I couldn't find another husband. And I was left with absolutely no fortune at all, since his brother seemed to have a gambling problem. That's why I had to take this job. What's it like? Well, working with Mr. Burke does have its challenges. For one thing, he's quite particular. He's obsessed with colors. If you come into work wearing a color he doesn't like, puts him in a foul mood all day. I mostly stick with brown. It seems to suit him. Also germs. Never touch Mr. Rupert. I made that mistake one day, and trust me, I will not repeat it. Oh, he also has all these crazy ideas. He calls them big ideas, but if he brings one up, it's better just to agree with him, no matter how absurd it is. Other than that, it's a great place to work. Well, if you're done with the tea here, you can set it on the desk. I'll take a few of the peppermints and see where Ian goes. You know, I think Mr. Rupert will see you now. His door is just down the hallway, third door on the left. Oh, but don't touch the carpet. You really don't like that. Oh dear, no. This hallway is down there. Come back. Mr. Rupert will see you now.
Hello, my name is Karl Krieger. I'm a first-year student at the Brighton High School, and I will be performing a monologue from the movie Hereditary by Ari Aster. Don't you swear at me, young man! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Do you understand? All I do is worry and slave and defend you, and all I get back is that face on your face! So full of disdain and resentment and always so annoyed. Well, now your sister is dead! And I know it was an accident, and I know you're in pain, and I wish I could take that away from you. I wish that I could shield you from the knowledge that you did what you did, but your sister is dead! She's gone forever! And what a waste if we could maybe done something with this, if you could have just said, I'm sorry, or faced up to what happened, but you can't take responsibility for anything! So now I can't forgive, and I can't forget, because nobody admits to anything they've done!
Hi, I'm Logan Laird. I'm my senior year at Brighton High School, and I'll be performing the excerpt from Free Churro, a monologue by Raphael von Blacksburg. All right, so I have this friend, and right around the time I met her, her dad died. I actually went with her. And I remember, so a couple months later, she asked me why she was still sad, like she was still mourning him, and she didn't even like the guy, right? And I completely understood that. I mean, so I went through the same thing when my dad died. And I guess I'm going through it now with my mom. It's like the movie, you know, the show, Becker, Starting and Dancing. The show wasn't good. I watched it every episode while it was on air. I had all the right pieces. It just couldn't, you know, it just couldn't. And when it got canceled, I was really bummed. Again, not because I liked it, but because now it was never going to be good. It was never going to get better. That's what it's like losing a parent. That relationship, it's just not going to get better. And while they're alive, you just want it to. Even if you don't know, if you're not going to admit to yourself, it's small, it's the goddamn smallest part of you. Just hopes. And then when they die, you know, it's like that. But it's still good. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to know that I'm all by myself. I'm all alone. It's a good thing to know that there's not going to be somebody, there's not going to be my mother looking at me in front of them saying, Logan, I see you. But again, it's a good thing. It's good to know that I'm on my own. It's good to know that there's nobody looking out for me. Never is, never was, never will be. My mom died, and all I got was a free churro.
Hi, my name is Jack Burke. I am a senior at Brighton High School, and I will be performing The Other Side of the Road by Joseph Arnold. Grandma, I feel so guilty. I should have been focusing on the road when it happened, but I was distracted with the earpiece to my phone. And when I looked back up, I saw the squirrel standing there with his tiny hand stretched out, looking directly in my eyes, and thump! I slammed on my brakes as hard as I could, but I knew it was too late. I felt the impact. I am responsible for taking a life. This cute, adorable, playful little squirrel, all he was doing was crossing the street to go play with his friends, and I came along ending his entire existence. I saw them. I saw the other squirrels. There were about 5 of them on the other side of the road, waiting for him to cross the street. When I got out of the car, I was shaking, and I had to will myself to see the front bumper because I was still hoping that maybe what I felt wasn't real. Or maybe I just tapped the little guy. He was just shaken up a bit. But no. He was squished to my bumper like a pancake, and I am to blame. I have a stain on my heart that can't ever be removed because I killed him. It's my fault, Grandma.
Hello, my name is Clayton Gomes. I'm in 10th grade at Brighton High School, and I will be performing I Remember by Karina S. Oh. Yes. I remember. The way her hair smelled like cinnamon. and how it brushed against my face every time she bent down to pick me up. I remember the way she laughed, often and easily, her voice a chime of happiness. I remember that she always seemed to be awake. She wasn't one of those moms who liked to sleep in late and have breakfast in bed. One night, I woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water, and there she was. A cup of tea in her slender hands, staring at the moon. I watched her in silence for a moment. She was so still, as if she were contemplating. I had the strangest feeling that I really didn't know my mother at all. But then she saw me. "What are you doing, Mommy?" I asked. "Just looking at the moon," June wrote. "Do you need a glass of water?" She always knew what I needed. She was just that way. People are amazed that I can remember so much about my mother because the cancer took her when I was only 5. I think her love for me pressed those moments into my heart and mind forever. I remember her telling me, right before she died, that she will always be with me, watching over me. Oh yes, I remember. I remember.
Hello, my name is Layla Tosin. I'm a freshman at Brighton High School, and today I will be performing the monologue The Pool by Claire Fields. Yeah, Mom. It is hard not to see my friends. I ran by the pool today. It's different, that's for sure. Really different. Without the people, without the water, it's just a skeleton of what it's supposed to be. Even though it wasn't part of my route, I ran right over to the parking lot and sat outside the gates. And I started thinking, if this were any other year, I'd be inside those gates instead of sitting out here on the pavement. I might be sitting in a too-crowded tent playing my 6th round of truth or dare with the swim team. Or in the water, swimming my heart out. I might be at yet another early morning practice. The one where you moan and complain about the freezing water and your aching legs. But you wouldn't want to be anywhere else than that. I could be playing Marco Polo with my sister in the evening, still doused in chlorine from the day's practice. For some reason, she always wins. I think she cheats, but I can never prove it. We definitely run into some college kids playing basketball. And I definitely get hit with the ball, because I always get hit with the ball, even when I'm standing like 10 feet away. I never thought I'd miss that. But I wasn't in the pool at all. I was sitting outside on the pavement, breathing hard, looking at a skeleton of a pool and remembering. Eventually, I got up and ran back home. Running is alright. It gives me something to do, but it'll never be like swimming. I hope it'll be alright. Yeah. I sure hope so.
Alright. I'll give the backstory. You might want to get a snack. So, last March, I was a sophomore. And this whole high school thing, trust me when I tell you I despise all of it. The people, the lunches, the drama. But home wasn't much better. See, I've always been really smart. Practically a quantum computer. My 2 brothers were jealous of this, which led to me being bullied by my own family.
So, no friends at school, and being treated like crap at home. I guess I was more prone to fighting and self-harm. Then it all came to head on March 2nd. You probably read that. About me going up to the school rooftop and being ready to jump. Yeah. So I was standing up there. This guy I barely knew, Mark Gomes, appears out of nowhere and yanks me down. Of course, I immediately punched him in the face, but he stayed up there and kept talking. After a couple of hours, I started to feel better. And I started to like the guy. He asked me to join his club. He's called the Mystery Club, which has nothing to do with mysteries. More like a hangout spot for him and his friends. Julie Partsky, she was and still is the leader of the group. It's probably a George. She's energetic and very optimistic, able to see the best in everyone. So, that's how I joined the group. And now to talk about how I ended up in the hospital. That was the day George started seeing this guy named Alex. He acted nice around her, but I could tell he wasn't a good guy. Tried to warn her. Soon enough, the friends would be in private and tried to fight. Little did he know that my terrible upbringing made me a great fighter, so it didn't end well for him. Turns out, because of that little scuffle, he started to verbally abuse George. So, me, Mark, and Julie decided to take matters into our own hands. We trashed this place, put graffiti on the walls, towards TV. That was fun. After I went to George's house to tell her about it, I saw her on the edge of the balcony. As soon as she saw me, she jumped. I ran and caught her hand as she was falling. I used all of my strength to save her. But by that point, my nerves were gone. And she put both her hands on the ledge, pulled herself up. I fell right off the balcony. You know, I thought it was kind of funny. And you know, where it all started. I thought falling to my death would be scary, but it was all somehow soothing, knowing that it was all over and I was about to die. After that, I was in a coma for 2 weeks. Oh, that's the end of our session? Great. Gotta go. Mystery Club's waiting. I heard Julian's coming back. And my name is Pitch Hood, and that was The Mystery Club by Marwan Mahamud.
Hello, my name is Tara Lama. I'm a freshman at Brighton High School, and I will be performing the monologue Struck by Lightning, written by Kennedy Up. No, it's not a tattoo. It's a scar. It's lightning. Yes, I'm serious. Well, it's hard to describe, but I'll do my best. It was summer, not like tonight. It was one of those summer nights when rage-filled clouds obscured the sky, and the night birds and cicadas were silent. I had gone outside to bring my bicycle before it rained. I grabbed the handlebars of the bike, and that's when the roar came. A clap of thunder so loud it shook the very ground beneath my feet. What happened next felt instant and slow motion all at once. A white hot flash, everywhere and nowhere, in my body, in the air, and then nothing. And then, lying on the ground, my body like lead, my head splitting with pain, and the sweet, overpowering fragrance of grass. In the hospital, they told me I had been struck by lightning. My mother had seen it from the kitchen window. I was lucky. They called it a fractal. A few more feet, and I would have died. I still get headaches, and I can't hear in my left ear. And this scar, at first it was blisters, a white hot searing that bled and pussed and crusted over. And now it's this beautiful pattern of the willow branch, forever trying to reach the ground but not quite making it. It will never go away, and to be honest, I don't want it to. My eyes are open now to the richness and also the impermanence of life. I am here with you on this warm summer evening. The night birds are in the trees and the cicadas are coming along. It's a wonderful scar, don't you think?
Hello, my name is Irina Tsikis. I attend Brighton High School. I'm in 9th grade, and the script that I'm going to be doing is Chores by Austin Walker. I can't come over tonight. It's garbage night. Which means that I'll be slaving away, filling up the yard to breathe in, and the recycling containers, and dragging all the bits in the herd. Yes, they make me do all that. I know you don't have to do anything like that. I have more chores than any of my other friends. My dad's also making me mow the lawn and take care of the lawnmower, which at first I didn't even know how to do. But he said that if it broke down because it wasn't properly maintained, I would have to pay for it. I spent 3 hours on Google and YouTube trying to figure out where the oil goes and how to keep the blades clean. I know you don't have to do anything like that. None of my friends do. Last summer, he helped me build a fence. And this weekend, he's making me stay home and help him stain the deck. It's like I'm a prisoner, you know, like those guys who have to break down rocks when they're sent to jail. Oh, I can't complain to him. It's not worth it. He'll go on for an hour about how he's doing me a favor by giving me responsibility and how to be an adult, and that one day I'll thank him. Can you believe it? He thinks that I'm going to thank him for giving me so many chores. He's out of his mind. Anyways, what are you doing tonight? Video games again? I'm so jealous. Hello, my name is Zoe Sussman. I'm a junior at Brighton High School, and I'll be doing Focus by LSH. Thanks for talking about this with me, Mrs. G. I know I've been struggling with focus. I suppose well, I'm sure you've heard it from my previous teachers. It's not like I try, but every year it seems I always end up being in trouble. I don't want to disrespect anyone or break any state class rules. I just can't focus. I think that a big distraction for me is drawing. I draw a lot. I'll be sitting in class, and my brain will start creating this story, and I just feel like I have to draw a character. It wasn't always like this. But in 6th grade, the first year I got my medicine, that was the best school year yet, ever. And then I went down to 7th grade. The medicine just stopped working. I don't know if it was me, medicine, things just got harder. Increasing the dosage, but it just felt the same. I want to not stand out though. I would stick out like a sore thumb. Honestly, I'm developing some insecurities. My name is Ada McIntyre-Mead. I'm a freshman at Brighton High School, and I'll be doing the monologue, The Monster Under My Bed by Sarah McCrone.
I used to be afraid of the monsters under my bed. I was so afraid of them that I'd keep up all night, afraid that they would take me. For years! Just the thought gave me nightmares. But as I got older, I let go of that fear. Or so I thought. When I started middle school, I was bullied for my fascination with insects. That's when I realized that the monsters aren't under my bed. They're all around me. And in high school, the bullying got worse. The monsters there would attack you for the smallest thing, like staring too long, not giving homework answers, even saying no. I'm surprised that most people can't see through their active disguises. You know, the painted on faces, the fake smiles, and pretend emotions are all designed to really meet what they're feeling. You know, the kind of monster that records a fight, the ones that have no shame in hurting people. I thought I could fight back and expose them. I mean, the world would be better without them, right? But there are too many, so I gave up. Then, one night, it happened again. I felt that old urge to check under my bed. I was horrified by what I saw. Nearly perfect figure of myself. But the image twisted. It was awful looking and had teeth that could bite someone in half. Monsters truly are everywhere. They're all around me. There was one too. I am the monster under my bed.
My name is Ellie Katie. I'm in 9th grade at Brighton High School, and I will be performing Trapped in an Elevator by Sophia M. No, this can't be happening. This is it. My nightmare has come true. The cable is going to snap, and I'm going to fall hundreds of stories. I'm running out of air. I've got to get out of here. Which button do I press? Is it the red one? Or the blue one? No. Use your head. Think. Oh heck, I'm just going to press all of them. Nothing's happening! There should be a siren or something! Help! Help! I'm trapped in here! Help! Okay, calm down. Just calm down. What do I have to eat? Two sticks of gum. Gum covered in lint. I'm going to die. So this is the way it ends for me. I'll never get married, or have children, or finish my snakeskin collection, or fulfill my lifelong dream of becoming a fortune cookie writer. I can hear the angels. They're coming for me. Wait, that doesn't sound like angels. It sounds like a blowtorch? Help! Help! I'm alive! I'm in here! Help! You found me just in time. I've been in there for days. What? It could not have just been 5 minutes. Fine, if you say so. But from now on, I'm taking the stairs.
Hi, I'm Kayla Harvey, and I'm in 10th grade, and I go to the Brighton High School. I will be performing Other Side of the Road by Joseph Arnold. Grandma, I feel so guilty. I was driving along Morningside Road when it happened. I should have been paying attention to the road instead of looking at my earpiece to my phone. And I looked up, and I saw this squirrel standing there with his little arms stretched out, looking directly into my eyes. And bam! I slammed my brakes as hard as I could, but I knew it was too late. I felt the impact. I'm responsible for taking a life. This cute, adorable, playful little squirrel. All he was doing was crossing the street to go play with his friends, and I came along, ending his entire existence. I saw them. I saw the other squirrels. There were about 5 of them, waiting for him to cross the street. When I got out of the car, I had to will myself to see the front bumper. I was hoping that maybe what I felt wasn't real. Maybe I just tapped the little guy. But no. He was squished into my bumper like a pancake, and I'm to blame. I have a stain on my heart that can't ever be removed, because I killed him. It's my fault, Grandma.
Hi, my name is Scarlett Wilder. I'm a 9th grader at Brighton High School, and I will be performing Gas Station Murder by Julian Kay. If you just let me talk, I'll explain. Look, I know there's a lot of evidence pointing towards me, but you have to believe me. I really am innocent. When the murder happened, there were only 3 people in the entire gas station. Me, the gas station attendant, and the truck driver. If you ask me, I think it was the gas station attendant. When the truck driver walked in, he gave the guy a really strange look. The attendant just stared at him. Judging by the way both of these people acted, I'd say they had some sort of secret connection. Then the truck driver walked past me and headed for the bathroom. I watched him enter. When I looked back at the checkout desk, the attendant wasn't there. So we waited about 15 minutes. Then I realized I had to use the bathroom. I went over to the counter and set my stuff down. Then I headed around the corner to use the bathroom. But when I got there, the truck driver was lying on the floor, covered in blood. It was everywhere. That's why my footprints were there. I immediately called 911. I didn't want to leave the bathroom because I was afraid the attendant would be out there. So instead, I just waited. And when the cops came, they arrested me. So they took me to their car. And I looked at the checkout desk, and the attendant wasn't anywhere. You've got to find that guy. I'm telling you. You're wasting your time with me. The real killer is probably out there killing more people.